Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Sins of a Solar Empire. I think this is part 4 now.
Stand by for phase jump. Construction
And
finished.
I know it should really be a Fallout day, but honestly I
Construction
just can't be
finished.
bothered with it today, so I decided to do Sins instead.
Phase jump underway.
And
Make
also,
ready for phase jump.
it's bloody hot. There's a heat wave where I live at the minute, and it's not fun. I like the snow and the cold. Still, it could be worse. I could have been hit by a bus this morning.
Planet development complete.
Let's go for some more enhanced preservation on that space station there. Now I think my grand scheme of things plan is coming together pretty well. I have a decent amount of this solar system here. So now I'm going to focus on establishing defenses and hopefully repelling this foreign culture that is invading my lands. And I think they're off hangar defense that we have in the area. And apparently we're first on everything. Like literally almost everything we are first on.
Construction finished.
And if I've did this right, we should be in widescreen now. I've tried the last 2 or 3 episodes, but it hasn't worked out the way I wanted it to.
Planet development complete.
But
Construction finished.
I think this is widescreen now. I would jump up and have a look, but honestly, I'm too lazy. There's a trade ship. I hope you enjoyed that.
Construction finished.
Let's see, just more scout ships, a missionary vessel. That's what I wanted. I wanted a couple of those things to repel the culture that's invading this place. And this is a pretty badass looking defensive field. It's facing the wrong way. I mean, there's only a couple of things facing towards the enemy. But they would have to destroy all this if they wanted to capture this planet anyway. Because otherwise I could see everything and these things would just be interfering with their plans. So it doesn't particularly matter that much where you put things. So the next thing that I really should be doing is getting some more military research stations.
Construction finished.
So this place should have room, yes.
Construction finished.
Need a little bit more, there we go. Now and hopefully from that...
Construction finished. Construction finished.
That's what I want, the Crusader. Apparently I have...
Construction finished.
I should have 5 Temples of Hostility by the time these next 2 are constructed. I did order 2 here, didn't I? Yes, I did. So hopefully once those 2 are done, we can start getting a bit better ships in our fleet. And I think while we have this free time here... Nope. I'm going to build a couple of scout ships to go out and explore. I want to know what's going on out in the galaxy. And it looks like the rest of my scout ships have already been destroyed.
Development complete. Construction finished. Construction finished.
I'm going to save all my money for pirate raids for now. Not sure if I ever really give you a close-up view of this ship, so there it is.
I seek knowledge.
Another nice looking ship.
The price on our head has increased. Construction finished. Construction finished. Construction finished.
Not much to talk about at the moment. There's not much happening, just them sending more and more scout frigates out after me. I've got quite a few strike craft in this fleet.
Pirate raiders have departed.
Lovely. So I think the next planet I want to capture is either this one here, Helenos, or this one here. I think it'll be this one, Dresda. because it seems like that is where their influence is coming from. Which it looks like I am beginning to push back now. That's lovely. See, I think we're going to target Dresden next, as soon as we're done with getting more defences on my planets, but it looks like that's actually going fairly well. I mean, I would like a space station on every planet, but realistically, that's pretty expensive, and I don't really want to turtle up that badly for this LP.
Finished.
I definitely want some more defences on this planet here, though it's fairly under-defended to say it's on the front lines. Now then, yes, we can. When we have 1200, we can get the Destra Crusader. And this is probably my favourite cruiser on the game. Definitely my favourite Advent. But quite possibly my favourite cruiser altogether. It's awesome. Not many other ways to say that. I think I want one more influence tower on this planet here. It seems like their influence is now coming from Ganymede as well. I'm sorry, Ganymede. Or Ganymede. You get the idea. That planet over there, in that general direction.
Construction finished. Construction finished.
There we go, that's lovely. And what's that, another scout frigate? Yes, it is. Well, if it's planning on passing through here, it should be funny to watch at least.
Planet development.
So we'll watch this guy, see if he gets annihilated by my beam. Nope, didn't get a chance to be killed by the beam defense. So yeah, I definitely want this one next, Dresda, and then I'll hop along to Helenos, or I might just kind of pursue this enemy here and try and capture this side, because it looks like this is all he has. So if I can build a substantial enough fleet, I could just roll through and capture the planets as I go. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan, to be completely honest. But then I would say that it's my plan.
Guide me.
So I'll put them on auto colonize. Shouldn't be long before they're out and about. And somebody is thingy, so I'm gonna pause this and sign out of Steam. Back in a second. Okay, I'm back. There we go. So there's some improved fleet logistics. Now all we need to do is actually build the fleet we planned on taking into battle. I do want plenty of defense vessels in this fleet. The enemy does tend to get carried away with carrier fleets to an extent that makes it beyond not even funny. Let's see here, what do I want next? A Rapture battlecruiser, there we go, we'll have one of those. Sounds fun, I didn't even read the description. I don't particularly care what it is, we haven't had one yet, so we're having one now.
No swarm untouched.
I do quite like how useful these things are, but I must admit this is the ugliest flak frigate in the game. Its turrets don't match at all, it just looks weird. I mean, the shape of it is weird as well. If you look, it kinda looks like a robot head. Looks like something out of Armored Core. See, it's got two little dinky eyes, and a nose, and then a hat. So, just my input. Dresda cruisers. These things are beautiful on so many levels. Mostly on the blowing things up level though. And we should be building this at the moment. Why aren't we? We have the research done. So why are we not building the ship? I do not understand. Maybe it just doesn't want us building another one? No. And we aren't building frigates either. Maybe I've got to like completely remove the entire list and start again. Because I don't understand that. It should be letting me. Yeah, I have one command. Oh, I don't have those units. That's right, fleet supply. So we're gonna have to wait for now. But it could be worse.
Requisite research must be conducted first.
Yeah, requisite research. Stupid woman. I knew that.
Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Wait, what? Where's the enemy? And why are we getting married to him?
Knowledge acquired.
Looks like they might be planning to come through to this planet here, Algoa. So we're going to get ready to meet them there.
Is it time?
Obviously I'm not just going to roll over and let them have my planets. I mean, it might not be that they're going to Algoa, but that only really means they could be going here if they're not. And I think
Make ready for phase
those
jump.
are from that guy over there anyway, because I'm pretty sure that guy is tech. I mean,
Our
Algoa is
fleet
pretty much the
has
safest
arrived.
choice for where he's about to go. So obviously we want to beat him there and get set up ready for him. I say get set up ready, but there's not really much setting up already to space battles in this game. You just kind of put everything on the field and hope you win.
No swarm untouched.
Or that's my strategy anyway.
We are exiles no longer.
And
Our
this
vengeance is yours.
new capital ship here is Mr. Firmwolf. And the list is now empty, so if you want one of these capital ships, let me know. And if you've got a specific request, I'll try and get you what you want, but I can't make promises.
No swarm untouched.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. I'll have extra carrier things. Still no sign of the enemy at Algoa, just a scout frigate here. And this was the planet that I did say was a little too lightly defended for my tastes. So I think now while we're waiting for this enemy to show its ugly face.
No swarm untouched. More planet upgrades are needed.
Apparently that's all the defense we can get here. Let's explore the planet as well while we have the money. See if we can find ourselves any more artifacts.
More credits are required.
There we go. Looks like they might have went off their plan for Algoa.
No swarm untouched.
Oh. Their planets look rather squishy right now. And it looks like we are pushing back their influence here. My influence is spreading quite well. Could always be spreading better, but that's fairly decent. Like I said,
Scrying a planet has revealed nothing.
I do like to have plenty of these influence towers up. It's kind of the latest fetish of mine on this game. I go through quite a few different kinds of strategies.
On our planet.
Oh, sweet. I discovered...
Construction finished.
What did we discover? A penal colony. Structure build cost 20% cheaper. Structure build rate is 30% slower. Huh. So apparently we're using like chain gangs on that planet to construct our stuff.
Revenge shall be ours.
Yes. Revenge and free noodles. Let's see here. I think this is the beginnings of these guys. These beautiful, beautiful ships. I know what you're thinking, it looks ugly as hell because it is. It's not beautiful because of how it looks.
Scrying a planet has revealed nothing.
Okay, so we didn't find anything on the next explorations. Not the end of the world, to be completely honest.
Construction finished.
We have found some interesting stuff.
At last, revenge shall be ours.
And I think I'm going to move this fleet away now, seeing as we've got a whole ton of
You may
defences. And we're going to move over to Hamra
At last.
and get ready for the attack there.
We are listening.
Send everything from here
Phase jump
over to
underway.
Hamra. And set the destination from the frigate factory there as well. So then as soon as things are built, they will just shimmy their way across there.
Scrying a planet has revealed nothing.
Send one more pirate wave after these guys, hopefully soften them up a little bit more. But this bounty isn't pirate specific, anybody can kill their ships and claim the bounty I've put on them.
At last, revenge shall be ours.
Yep, revenge, we've already had this conversation. I'm not sure why they've decided to go this way, but apparently that way is quicker, maybe because it's one jump there and there, rather than... No, it's 3 jumps either way, they've taken the long way. Oh well, they're gonna get there in the end.
All power to jump drive.
That's carrier ship.
Vengeance is yours.
I'm sure everyone knows, lightly armed, but it holds plenty of strike craft, and has good support and
Construction
powers.
finished. The Unity senses a pirate raid is inevitable.
I sensed that long before you.
Scrying a planet has revealed nothing.
A seeker vessel.
Stand by for phase jump.
I don't like how easily those things just seem to crop up. And how long have they been
Our
there?
anima stand ready.
Make ready for phase jump.
So this is going to take a little while, so I think what I'm going to do is just pause it and I'll bring you back
Construction finished.
when we've assembled the fleet. Okay, so we're building the last 2 ships of the new fleet here. And I decided to just go straight ahead and build on this planet on
Knowledge
Harma.
acquired.
Just because it's much easier to have a staging area near the front.
Revenge shall be ours.
And also I've built a mildly upgraded space station here. It's not hugely upgraded, it's got the best guns and a little bit of extra armor. I'll give it another bit now.
Revenge shall
And it will have some drone
be
capacity too. But, the fleet is ready, kind of. It's all here. Just need to get it into formation
we are
here.
listening.
And we'll see how this looks when everybody's all linked up and ready to go. I did have to do a little bit more research on fleet size to get the fleet this large together. And I also did a whole bunch of weapons research, which is still being carried on now. You know what, we'll have some of that too.
The Unity senses a pirate raid is inevitable.
Oh, that's
The
not good.
price on our head has increased.
We'll sell everything. It won't take us long to get back there. We are second on economy now, because when you upgrade your fleet size, like I said, you have to pay maintenance costs for the potential size of your fleet, not the actual size of your fleet. So plenty of flak frigates in this, couple of purge vessels, 4 capital ships, plenty of strike craft. Let's see how many strike craft.
Direct our wrath.
13 strike
The
craft.
Unity calls.
Pirate raiders have departed.
So we are going to attack Dresda, and there was another planet called
Knowledge
Myazka
acquired.
there, which these guys found an artifact on. So that could be a potential future target, maybe the launching point for the attack on those guys. Because my grand strategy now is to sweep around here and establish lines, then sweep through there, and hopefully by then I can just carry straight through everybody. But first I want to sweep through these, build a huge mega fleet of death, and maybe even attack both of those guys at once. This is a free-for-all after all. I can't count on them sitting and waiting patiently while I assemble my fleets. These are the new guys, pretty heavy hitters, pretty expensive, so we don't have too many of them yet. Looks like everybody's here.
Listening.
So we're gonna order the attack. Can't get too close to this because it craps out my frame rate when they go into phase space. I mean, hopefully there's an army here on this place to defend it. But honestly, I doubt they'll have anything
Our
here.
fleet has arrived.
No, they barely have anything here. Apart from a starbase.
Our anima stand ready.
I'd kill that.
Heathens be purged.
Kill the starbase. That's the more important thing here. Let's see if I can find... Here's
Direct our wrath.
one. There's a closer one.
We are listening.
There's an even closer one. So we're going to watch this guy here, and you can see why I like these guys in a minute. Let's drop that down.
Knowledge acquired.
There's its main weapon, that big beam there. And then it has plasma weapons everywhere, and that is eating my frame rate. There we go. That's the best view you're getting, I'm afraid. See if I can at least... Stop zooming on that. There. I at least want to get you the sound effects.
At last, revenge shall be ours.
There we go. We'll have that view. So I got pretty lucky with that starbase. It was only moderately upgraded. And it still managed to kill my frame rate while it exploded in some kind of last desperate act of defiance. Shield regeneration, we'll keep going with that. So let's see here. Did anyone else level up? Mr.
Your
Fillmore?
presence is
Nope.
strong.
Look
Your
at guns,
thoughts.
you have an extra ability. We'll give you more of this Reverer thing. I do like to kind of specialise
You may
my capital
speak.
ships. Ferragus didn't level up because he's a giant douche. And he likes picking on little people. He doesn't tend to level up off fights. Levels up off lonely little half-dead scouts. Kind of feel sorry for these Gauss platforms now.
Knowledge acquired.
To be completely honest, I'm not surprised these guys didn't fight back. Pirates here. Let's see. Send them after these guys. They share my other border. So we'll just put a whole crap ton of money on them for now. Because we were starting to wear our own bounty out on these guys when we attacked. Like I said, that bounty is claimable by anyone. Including myself. Once the bounty's there, it's in like an independent fund. Whoever kills the guy the bounty's on gets paid. Although I do think a percentage is lost when you're claiming back your own bounty. And so anyone who
Is it
can
time?
blow up the planet. I think we will see the siege weapons here. Yep. There they are. Kind of funky looking nuke things. I'm not sure what they actually are. I know the tech have just standard, you know, high explosive nuclear type missiles. And the Visari just straight up laser the shit out of a planet they want. But these guys, I'm not really sure what their missiles do. I know they kill people, but I don't know how. Let's not neglect the building of this other fleet here, which will probably just be a bunch of heavy cruisers I can have to guard this section. I don't particularly want a capital ship named
Knowledge
after somebody
acquired.
anyway, that's just going to sit around and do nothing. See, this planet has quite a bit of health, but very low allegiance, probably because of my influence and the fact I am bombing the crap out of it, and its faction did nothing to help it. Apparently these, like, 2 defense vessels have decided they should take down a military lab,
Do not be afraid.
and these guys are going after a orbital refinery. Those are extremely useful. I should research those.
At last, revenge shall be ours.
Looks like the other 2 enemies are fighting, at least. Like I said, while this guy isn't putting up any resistance, I'm going to try and push through and claim at least these 2 planets this episode. He is probably right as we speak building up a fleet to counter what I have, which is why I have so many fighters and defense vessels, because they tend to use a lot of strike craft if you have a lot of capital ships. Yes, that refinery ship, that's the real danger here. You showed who's boss.
At last, revenge shall
And
be
the population of this planet is its health, as well as like its the way it gains money. The population is basically everything about the planet. But you can wipe out the population, but still have planet health, so the planet won't actually be open for colonization. You have to get rid of planet health, and I think that will automatically get rid of population, but getting rid of population won't automatically get rid of planet health. I think the health is kind of like there's cities and things that you need out the way before you can colonize. But we can't move on yet because we have to claim that so that he doesn't just rebuild it. So what else can we do with this money? Let's build a couple of them, in case this fleet does end up in a fight, like against an enemy planet. Research and culture were second. Well, we should probably research some bigger bombs. That'll please the galactic community. Certainly please me. It would be nice to have some extra purge vessels in this fleet because this is taking a while. But I think this is like a fully developed planet health-wise, so gotta be careful of that when you zoom in.
Untouched.
And it has toxic fallout. I think that is from my missiles. But you know what? I can live with that. I'd rather have a crappy planet than no planet. And what are these guys going
No
after?
swarm untouched.
A construction frigate. That poor little man. He just got absolutely decimated by strike craft. And Mr. Firm Wolf leveled up. So what's this? Amplify energy or reduces the weapon cooldown of ships with energy-based weapons. That is lovely. We'll take it. So civilian infrastructure. Oh, that can get quite a bit of that. Tactical capacity. And we'll build defenses on this planet while we take the next one.
More credits are required.
Wow. I have like literally nothing right now. We'll sell a bit of metal. Just to get things on the road here with defences and things. This won't be a frontline planet. Once I capture one or two more, it'll actually be a relatively safe planet in my empire. So I don't need to go overboard with defences for now.
Complete.
And I might even have the few ships that I have here.
Who must suffer?
I'll have them line up there. They could be quite useful in destroying that planet. You know, taking out the planet itself, because there's a couple of purge vessels in there. And I don't think we actually lost anything there. We might have lost one or two ships to the starbase, I couldn't tell. But I'm assuming we're going to get a much less soft target with the next fight. Because they've had plenty of time to prepare while we've been bombing their civilians. Like true gentlemen.
Construction finished.
Oh shit, wrong button. Just stay over there.
Great minds think alike.
So how did that happen? Because you are an idiot.
Planet development complete.
So what do they have waiting?
Has
Oh,
arrived.
an actual battle. If they stay and fight.
Who must suffer?
We do outnumber them, but they could have defences here that even the odds. Like another space station and a whole crap ton of strike craft, which actually isn't going to help them this time because of all the defence vessels I have. Normally that would be like the end of most of my fleets. They tend to lack anti-strike craft capabilities, I'm not sure. And they've been quite smart and gathered everyone around the space station. So there's a good chance we're going to lose quite a bit of the fleet here, maybe even a capital ship or two.
Speak your mind.
Hopefully that's not how it goes here. We do have superior ships to them, I think. Furry Goose leveled up wherever the hell he is. There.
Unleash our wrath.
More energy absorption, why not? That was King W. Bush. Where's he floating around at? Oh, he's in here somewhere. It's just a bit hard to spot him.
Planet development complete.
You'd think it'd be easier to find a capital ship, wouldn't you? Is that him? Oh, that's Furry Goose. Ah, there he is.
Future is ours.
Let's see, what can you get now? Ooh, what's this? Resurrection. The spirits of a destroyed ship's crew are silently transferred to the crew of a lower level target ship, boosting the target ship's level. I have no idea what that means, but I'll take it. I assume it means my capital ships level up when another one near them dies, and it looks like the fleet is pulling out here, their fleet. This has actually been really bloody good for us. All the XP here. Telekinetic push violently throws enemy strike craft within range away from this ship, dealing physical damage. You can have that. That is a sexy ability. And no, it looks like they aren't pulling out anymore. I'm not really sure what's going on at the moment. Maybe they just got reinforced. Who knows? Spend a bit of money there. And I'm actually going to order these to pump out disciple vessels into this enemy system here. Just because they are cheap and quick.
Credits are required.
And frontline fighters, we could use more of those at the moment. But I'll just kind of sit back here and let you watch this battle.
Strength and unity.
Planet development complete.
That starbase is doing far too much damage. Get on that. What was that just blew up? I don't like things blew up that close to my shit.
Our capital ship's shields have been overwhelmed.
Whose? I have lots of capital ships here.
Our
Furry
time has
Goose.
come.
We're going to pull you back
The
away
unities
from the
will be
space
done.
station for a while and see if you're followed by an enemy capital ship. If you are, we'll pull you out of the system for a little while.
Strength and unity.
Construction
And it looks like
finished.
you are actually drawn off quite a bit of the fleet, Fairy Goose. That, or they've just went after the purge vessels, which seems the more likely. But that does leave the space station open for attack by the rest of the fleet.
Strength and unity.
And there go the disciple vessels, they've started coming in. I don't expect them to be a great help, but I do expect them to be useful, to some degree at least. And Fairy Goose has managed to pull his
Our
arse out the
voices
fire
speak
long enough
as
to get
one.
some of his shields back, so we're sending him back in.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Strength
And we are going
unity.
to order even more disciple
More
ships.
credits are required.
Not ideal,
Our
but this
capital
is...
ship has been severely damaged.
Oh, Fairy Goose. No. Oh,
We will
Buck.
wait no longer. Strength and unity.
Get Buck out of there. I hope he can survive, because it looks like he's taken
Construction
a
finished.
hell of a lot of damage. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna have to
We've
pull.
lost one of our capital ships.
I'm just gonna have to pull
Our
everybody out.
reinforcements have arrived.
They had more there than I thought they would have.
Is it time?
And somebody like turned King W. Bush off there.
Strength and unity.
All bounty has been depleted.
And we'll reset their point to here.
More credits are required.
So hopefully we will
Is
at
it
least
time?
have extra ships
Our
here if they do
reinforcements
follow
have
us,
arrived.
which is fairly likely,
Strength and unity.
considering they have us on the run because I stupidly
Our
tried to fight their
vengeance
fleet
is yours.
and their starbase at the same time. And I think they actually have
Power
jump
to jump
inhibitors
drive.
here. That is a very, very bad thing. But we got out,
Strength and
at
unity.
least, for the most part. Well, that was pretty much a crush and defeat. But it did get rid of a lot of the more obsolete vessels in the
Strength and
fleet.
unity.
Like Buck's ship, I really didn't like that, but he had a good level, so I didn't want him gone. So we're gonna order the new Book of Guns now. Let's see, what do we want? We'll give him one of these, a Rapture Battlecruiser.
Strength and unity. You
Everybody
may
else
speak.
made it home, capital ship wise, I think. Fairy Goose, Mr. Firm Wolf. Oh god. Did we lose more?
Strength and unity.
Yes, I think we did. It looks like the only two to make it home are actually Mr. Firm Wolf and Fairy Goose. That's disappointing, to say the least. I'm not
Strength
sure
and
who the other
unity.
guy was apart from Book. King W. Bush. Did he make it home? Oh, no, it was Fairy Goose. So we lost King W. Bush as well. So we'll order a new capital ship for him, seeing as I don't know anyone else who wants one yet. And that was what King W. Bush was. And I quite like having one of those in the fleet, so we can
Strength
be
and
one of those
unity.
again.
Our minds awaken.
Yes,
What does the
yes.
unity will?
Vertigo reduces to hit chance and increases weapon cooldown of affected enemy forces.
Strength and unity.
That's not bad. Whenever this ship is dealt damage, the attacker suffer a multiple of that damage in return. That is an awesome ability. Concentration aura increases damage and output of strikecraft hosted by nearby forces. We're gonna go with Vengeance. That is an awesome power. So it looks like I was lucky and they didn't follow me back. My fleet though is pretty much in tatters right now. And I also have to keep up with outbidding the pirate people.
More credits are required.
I did expect to just be able to walk on to Ganymede. I wasn't expecting them to put up anywhere near as much of a fight as they did. Let's see, research, where is it? I know there is one, is it security?
Moving into phase space.
Is that it? No, what's that? Merchant docks. Is it in hostility then? There it is. What that is something to bum rape their starbase and other defensive structures. So we're going to build a few of them up here as well. Not the construction frigate, they're cruisers apparently. Yes, there they are, and they're expensive. But you know what? I think this is as good a time to end off. We had a win and a loss, and next time we're gonna go hopefully get our revenge on those people. As always, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.